Welcome to the But Also Trail Running podcast. I'm your host, Celeste Fong. Let me start with a warning that this is an adult-only podcast. There will be profanity and indecent conversations. I would apologize, but I'm not really sorry. So, let me introduce our guest for this episode. We have Best in Show, Mr. Mike Martineau. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Amazing. How else would we be?
I know, we're on here, why not, right?
Right? I met Mike at Notchview, and this year we did, God, how many miles did we do together? Probably about 35?
Yeah, I get around the 35, 40, I think.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah.
So we got to have some great conversations,
Yeah,
and
we did.
yeah, and your story is absolutely fascinating to me. So I wanted to share it. So let's
Absolutely.
start at the beginning. Where were you born?
Methuen, Mass.
Mass. Did you grow up there?
I did, till was about 10, and I moved up to Sandown, New Hampshire.
And you're still in New Hampshire, right?
I am, yep.
Nice. Any siblings?
Yep, I have a brother, three
Older,
years younger
younger?
than 3 years younger than me.
So you were the big brother.
I was, yep, or I
Oh,
am.
still are, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what was your childhood like? Tell me about it.
Hmm. So, I was born with a disability, so cerebral palsy. It affects my right side. It's a mild case. I don't have my fine motor skills. And everything's smaller, weaker. And it's not just my physical body too, but my brain, my cognitive thinking. Um, so everything is just a lot harder for me to do. Um, but I woke up. I would when I was born, I was about time to crawl. I would fall to my right side, and I would just. I thought I was a normal kid, Then I got older, then they took me for tests and stuff like that, and they were gonna perform surgery on me. They were gonna have a stent from my brain to my stomach. They thought I would never walk or talk, anything like that, but they got the diagnosis wrong, so they wanted to wait a little bit, and lo and behold, I'm here now.
That is crazy. So how old were you when you were diagnosed?
Um, so when I was about 6 months, I was in my high chair eating Cheerios, and I guess my parents noticed that my right hand wasn't working as well as my left side, grabbing a Cheerio.
Uh-huh.
So they went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh no, he's still developing. Let's see how this plays out." And it was 8 months, and like I said, it was time for me to crawl, and my uncle noticed that I was dragging my right side. So he's like, "No, something's wrong." So then I went to Boston Children's Hospital and all that stuff. Then I got older. I was still there doing these like tests where a memorization test, like uh, touch the doorknob, touch the pencil, what's my name, what letter is this, and stuff like that. Just to check my brain function and stuff like that. And then, I played baseball and stuff like that. Um, I was able to find out, they told me what was wrong, and then I noticed people looking at me and stuff like that. So I could see, so it bothered me. So I had like a positive mindset, and then of course that brought a negative mindset, and I just try to get it back, doing stuff like that. After high school it was a lot easier because, you're back to being an individual again, basically.
And kids are assholes.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. They don't know any better though, so
Right.
yeah.
So did
Then,
you go
oh,
through
go ahead.
testing through your whole life, or was it once you had the diagnosis?
What was that?
Did you have to, do you still do testing, or is it something that
No.
it was just when
So
you were young?
yeah, so when I was young, and then I got to the point where I was like, I want to feel normal, so I'm done with all this crap. Like I should still be in like physical therapy. It would help me out and stuff like that. But yeah, and then I stopped doing it, and here I am 34 years later. I'm like, oh, I should still be not sure I should be in physical therapy, but I should still stretch and do all that stuff. So I found hot yoga, and I've been doing that ever since. It's been helping me out. So,
So it's just a different kind of physical therapy.
yep.
So it's funny because the way you described it, so I don't know if you know, but I was also born with a minor birth defect. So my hand, um, I had a ton of surgeries when I was a baby. The whole, from my elbow down, is all underdeveloped. And it didn't grow correctly after I was born. I had to have a finger removed, blah, 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 blah. So for years, it was just like, going to the doctors, having more surgery. And I think it was eighth grade. I was like, exactly like you. I'm done with this. Like, I'm
Yep.
done. I'm just going to live with it for, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um,
I
so
did not
same.
know that though. Yeah.
Yeah, most people don't notice because I'm comfortable with it. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually missing a finger on my left hand and it's shaped differently. Um, but I find that for me anyway, you just find a way to work around it. I'm assuming it's the same for you because I watched you do over 150 miles a couple weeks ago. So like, you figured out. How many miles did you end up with at Notchview?
169.10.
That is fucking insane. Like
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
not supposed to walk,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, so that's what I guess the radiologist was saying. I was never gonna be able to walk, talk, but like I said, they got the diagnosis wrong. They thought it was something else. So I just have like a mild case,
Yeah.
but it's still a big thing. You know what I mean? So,
Do you find that it does still affect certain things in your life?
oh yeah, 100%. Like like, because my right side's underdeveloped, my left side compensates for it. So like when I'm running, I can feel all the power coming through my left side. So like my body has learned to work with my left side and barely use my right. So now I'm trying to kind of reverse that in a way. So I have to be more cognitive and try to use my right side more. It's it's so hard to do that because your body's been doing it for a certain way, but like all my power like comes from my whole left side. Like when I go to like stand on my right side, I mean, it's come a long way from what it has been because I do all this physical activity, but I just do not have the control because of the, the fine motor um not being there. But
Or I would also assume that like when you get tired, right? Like any athlete, endurance athlete, you get tired after being awake for 24, 48 hours, whatever it is. You're high up in mileage. You don't even have the cognitive ability to think, use your left side, use your left side. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, it's just been ingrained in me. Like honestly, because I could barely use my right side, my left side does all the work, so it gets a lot tired than my right side.
Yeah. It, do you notice a different um like can you see the difference? Like are your like I can see a difference. My left arm is smaller than my right arm.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah, if you like, it's very mild, so you would have to like really look to notice that I have this condition. Most people don't know unless I say something.
well, I would have never known. I mean, you
Yeah.
shared it with me when we were at Notchview, but I would have never known. No.
Yeah. I've gotten way more comfortable with it, like when I started the yoga, just the mindset. Like I used to run from it basically, and like, I'd call myself, oh, you're an idiot, you're a retard, and then and like and get down on myself. But then like I started doing the yoga and trail running and the ultra marathons, which put me in a better mindset, a positive mindset. It was like, no, you've been given a gift. You need to show people, right? Like, so my why is I show those people that I do it for people that can't do it, and for the people that think they can't do it, I show them that the impossible is possible.
That's so impressive, because
Yeah.
a lot of people will do it really, whatever they're doing, for very selfish reasons, right?
Hmm.
And, I think the trail community is a little bit different. I think the trail community in general is kind and giving and supportive. Um, but for you to take your situation and use it to help
Hmm.
others, I mean, that's seriously impressive. And, you know, I know, like, personally, when I was with you out there, and it's like, who am I to fucking complain right now? Look what you're doing. And I'm like, oh, I'm just tired because I'm a spoiled little bitch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, So yeah, I think it's an important message that, you know, first of all, anybody can do if they're
Uh,
willing to put the work. But like,
100%.
you know, when did you start hot yoga?
Like 3 years ago.
Wow, you've only been doing it for 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, for them, I'm not like super, super consistent, but I went through yoga teacher training. I have my 200-hour certificate. Um, but yeah, I did it for like a year. My mom bought me a pass for Christmas for like a gift card, and
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, no, yoga's gay. It's for women. Like men don't do that. And then like I went one time, and I was just hooked ever since. So
Well, yeah, because that's a huge, it's not easy, right? Like, I don't do yoga, but
no,
it,
that's not like most people think it's just like stretching. Yeah, I mean, you are doing that stuff, but you're getting a workout and you're getting stronger. It's like calisthenics. You know what I mean? It's it's unreal.
that's impressive. How often do you do it now?
Um, I was doing it like for I would try to at least do it 4 times a week, but if I can get more in, I'd get more in. But again, I trail run too, and I like that. I like hiking, so it's like summertime. So I'm just into that nature right now. I want to be outside doing that stuff.
Well,
I
I
actually,
can't
ju-
wait.
I actually just went and did the Tri Pyramids Sunday, and that was a terrifying hike going up the North Slide. You know, with my right side, I had to be really, really cautious because um, it doesn't have the strength and all that as my left side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a 45-degree angle, and you're going straight up, almost like straight up, and you're bear crawling up. So I have to make sure my right hand is gripping things, not slipping. So that was a great time. So,
Yeah, that sounds horrifying.
oh yeah, it was. But I face my fear. That's what I do. Like, I mean, my mom thinks I got no fear. I do. Like I think my biggest fear is like, if I go to the top of a mountain and there's like a fire tower, I'm scared shitless climbing those stairs because they're open and I could fall through or something like that. I guess I would say it's like a fear of free falling to my death, but I purposely do things now to get rid of that. Now I'm gonna probably go bungee jumping
Oh, I want to go
and then,
bungee jumping.
and then skydiving just to get that out of the way so I don't feel.
Skydiving is on my to-do list this year. And
Yeah.
my fear is heights. So I hate rock scrambles, like climbing down them.
Yep.
I like the adrenaline that you get from, you know how you get that fight or flight?
Yep.
And I'll just shake uncontrollably. It's awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
you wouldn't have liked what I did Sunday.
No,
It was a 45-degree up and it was a little less steep going down, but you were still crab crawling down.
that's a no thank you for me. I mean, impressive, but no thank you. I'm a little
Yeah.
afraid to go skydiving because I'm afraid I'm going to pee on whoever is strapped to me.
Well,
But
if you wear a suit, right, wouldn't that absorb it so it wouldn't come out? So you
I
think you'd be
hope
fine?
so. That's I'm always like, Ashley, come bungee jumping with me. And she's like, no, you will pee on me. I'm like, come on. Which is probably accurate. I will pee on somebody. Not on purpose. I've had 3 kids. Okay. Yeah. That's really impressive though. Like I said, I did, have you heard of the tri-state, um, over here in the northwest corner of Connecticut? There's, the AT, obviously, but
Yeah,
it's almost like a barbell shaped, uh, loop to do where you hit 4 peaks. So Bear Mountain, Round, Frizzle, and Brace. I did that Friday, and that kicked my ass surprisingly because
no, I've
I'm
never
on
heard of that.
oh, it's so good. It's so the way I do it. Mike Lopresti came up with the loop, and we do from Undermountain Road. You go up Undermountain, which is like a mile climb, and then you hit the AT and climb up Bear, which is like another mile up,
Yeah,
and then you go down Bear, up round, and some of it is again like rock scrambly, difficult. The way I go, I do all four mountains in the first like 6 miles, and then the last 6 miles are like super easy comparatively. So I think I was at like 4.7 miles and had 2,200 feet of elevation.
Wow.
Yeah, and I end up with like 3,100 feet or something like that. So most of the elevation is in the very beginning, but then you go up Frizzle, and then Brace is kind of like an out and back, and at that point the elevation there isn't that bad. But it's cool because I think Frizzle has the highest point in Connecticut, but the whole mountain's not in Connecticut, so Bear is the highest peak in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you heard, but they're opening the Grand Canyon again.
No, I did not.
Yep. So I will at least get to do some trails in the Grand Canyon. I don't know if rim to rim is still like right now the North Trail is still closed.
Yeah.
But I'm going in October for my 50th birthday. So I'm like, I guess I better start training. And
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
where can I get the training around here where it's that much elevation? But
You got to
not,
go to the mountains.
yeah, but the problem is the terrain is so different. So the elevation's the same, but like New England's a lot more.
Oh yeah, but put it this way: if you can do it up here, then it's like a cakewalk down there.
Let's, let's hope so. Again, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. My plan right now is if the Grand Canyon's not completely open to do rim to rim, I'm going to do Zion, Brace. Bryce, Zion, Bryce, and the Grand Canyon. So I'll do 3 national parks. I'll hit 50 miles between the 3 of them for my 50th birthday.
Awesome.
Yeah. So either way, it's going to be an epic trip, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I go off topic because I'm excited about my trip. All right. So how did you get into running? Tell me that.
So it's pretty easy. My uncle does like old home day runs, like 5Ks. So I did that once with him, and I thought it was kind of fun. And then I was on YouTube one day, and I just stumbled upon David Goggins' first video. So I watched the video. I went outside. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to run like 4 miles. I ended up just going 15 miles.
Oh my God, your first run was 15 miles?
Besides the 5K, yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Yep.
insane.
Yep.
Okay. And this is
So,
why we're friends, because that makes sense to me. How long ago was that?
I want to say, I think it was 2015. I think it was right around when Goggins first got popular
Okay.
on YouTube. 2015, 2016, I want to say.
And then how did it snowball to 169?
So I I did that run, and then I went to I was dating somebody at the time. It was 2018, and her friend was like, "Hey, you want to try running a marathon?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So now I'm like 190. At the time, I think I was like 190, 200 pounds, and my buddy was like 100. He's like 150, soaking wet, fast as heck. He blew through the marathon in 3.5 hours. And I did it in like, I don't know, 5 hours and 15 minutes.
That's not
And
bad for your first marathon.
no, and I mean, where I was wearing like a hydration pack. I don't know why. It's like a marathon, like, you know. So I did that. And then I went to Millennium Running after the marathon. I went like a few days later or something like that. I went to get shoes at Millennium Running in Bedford, New Hampshire. And this guy was like, "Hey, have you heard about Ghost Train?" And I said, "No, what's that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's like 100 miler, 30-hour race up over in like Brookline." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." And he goes, "You should sign up. You'll probably be on the wait list." But so I signed up. I got in. I think this was 2019 at the
Okay.
time. And, uh, I got in and I mean, I went out for like, 8 mile runs here and there. I didn't really train. So I wasn't expecting to get in, so I got in. So my first time actually running more than a marathon, I did 75 miles in 24 hours.
I
And
love everything about that.
and that time, the first time that I did it, it rained for like 7 hours.
Oh
And
God.
I've never really like run like that in the rain. And it poured, and I was like, everyone's going in their cars or their tents and like sleeping, and I'm like, why? I can get ahead of so many people right now if I just push through it. And I did. So I think, I don't remember what I placed, but I placed in like the single digits, you know, I think maybe top 10 for like the 75 miles because they ghost train. There's no like, you can run whatever you want. There's no certain distance.
It's like
So
15-mile increments, right?
yeah, it's a 7.5 out, 7.5 back.
Yeah. Rail trail,
Um,
right?
yep,
Yep.
yep. And there's like a little hill, between spots, like 300 feet, I think.
Yeah, I've never
Um,
done that one yet.
you haven't?
No. Uh-uh. Someday. It's
You
funny
should.
because
It's a great time.
I'm like, I'll go do 100 miles. Like for training, I'll just go do a 50 miler for funsies. But for some reason, wrapping my head around 15 miles messes with me, like
Hmm.
psychologically, right? Like, Notchview is so easy. Let's go off for a loop. It's 1.9 miles. Do you know what I mean? Or like Anchor Down, it's 2.45 miles. Like, to me, that's not even a distance. So I
Yeah.
just keep doing it again and again. Like, it's all, because let's face it, a lot of ultra running is psychological, right? I don't,
Oh, 100. It's all it is.
it really is. It's how stubborn are you? And
Like,
obviously, there are times where it's not just stubborn. Like my friend Liz got a stress fracture during hamster wheel last year. That was
mhm,
like a legitimate reason to stop. Do you know what I mean? Like
right.
there are times where it's not just mind over matter, but so much of it is.
No, I mean you should be able to know your body and know what an injury is and what is like a I would call a faked injury. Like your body's think like your mind is saying it's injured, but it's really not. So you should be able to know the difference.
Yeah, is your mind lying to you,
Right.
right? That's actually the most important lesson, I think.
So and a lot of people I think, right? So from like a 5K runners, they're like, oh, marathon, oh, that's so tough. I remember when I was like in like high school, it's like, oh man, a marathon, and then I ran it, and it's like, all right, well, what's next? Like a marathon is actually harder than an ultra marathon in its own way, right? So you have to
Yep.
run faster, like almost like the elite, like the elite runners in the ultra marathons are like the runners in a marathon. You have to run faster. I don't really like to run fast. I love to go at like a 12 minute pace, just cruising my forever pace and get it done and walk when I have to. You've got so much time to get that 100 miles in, as opposed to a marathon where you got to run 26.2 in like 3 hours. I think for my age group, 34, you have to run it now in like less than 3 hours to qualify for Boston, which is crazy.
And then the qualifications won't even get you in.
No,
You
yeah.
got to get so many minutes below qualification to get in.
Hmm.
It's almost like it's a different sport, right? Like road marathoning versus, ultra trails.
Yeah.
It's almost a different sport in some ways. And both of them are impressive, right? Like
Yep.
I could do distance all day every day, but I can also walk 50 miles
Right.
um and not just run, like I can walk it too.
Hmm.
But I can't run a 3-hour marathon. Are you insane? Like
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
way. It also doesn't interest me personally to do that. And I know that each of us has to do what speaks to us. Like one of my best
You,
friends, she qualifies for Boston every year. She's a total badass. I could never do what she does. You know what I
right.
mean? And that's what brings her joy, and I will support her to the end of the earth for it. But
And, yeah. And what I think is funny too is that everybody that I see at like work or just around, they're like, when they hear that I do like, trail running, ultra marathons, they're like, oh, have you done Boston? And I'm like, um, no, like, I mean, I guess it's on the list, but like, I don't really care about Boston. Yeah, Boston is a great race. Don't get me wrong. But for me personally, I think running 50 miles in a trail run, doing Jigger Johnson 50 or Jigger 100 is way more satisfying to me. Speaks more to me because that's all mountain. That's so much elevation as opposed to running a 5 minute mile for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm with
You
you
know?
on that. And again, I'm not judging anyone. Like,
No, absolutely.
you do you, but for me, I would rather hike 30 miles than run like a 3 hour marathon. Personally,
Right.
I also couldn't run a 3 hour marathon,
Yeah. I mean,
right?
the impossible is possible. I mean, you could, you just have to want to.
Yeah, and I don't. So
Right. Exactly.
I, I'd rather
So
be
there's a
doing
difference
something where I could pull out a payday and eat it.
there. So don't say you can't do it. You can do it. You just.
You're correct. Yes, I did. I also didn't think, it popped up in my memories today that my first 50K, which was not official because I had done a 6 hour race and then kept going to hit the 50K,
Yep.
um, was today's the anniversary of it.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, I remember that feeling of like, like that huge accomplishment feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel for me. Again, I get that sense of accomplishment more with the mileage than the pace.
Right.
My feeling good about myself is more about mileage than pace.
Right.
Um, but each person's their own, like sometimes you see these people out there doing um like 100 miler in like 15 hours, and I'm like,
Y-
I can't even wrap
Yeah.
my head
It's.
around that.
Yeah.
But also more power to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you did Ghost Train was your first 75, you said?
Yeah. I did 75 miles in 24 hours.
Oh, that's impressive. Now, what was your first 100?
Was Ghost Train the next year.
Oh, okay. Or
So now I think it was 2020 during COVID. I got in and I had like, I had like 90 miles, I want to say, in like 22 hours. So I only needed 10 more miles to go.
yeah,
But my body broke down and I was literally, I wouldn't say gimping, but like I was, yeah, probably gimping.
no, we've all seen and
Yeah,
felt that.
yep, the ultra walk or whatever we call it.
The slog, the praying
Yep,
for death. Yeah.
yep. So then it took me 4 hours to walk 10 miles.
But hey, did you get it
Yeah,
done?
absolutely. It was the best thing ever. So I ended up doing it in 26 hours and 22 minutes.
That's really good.
Yeah, you
That's
know, and I wasn't like happy with I was happy, but I was like, oh man, I wanted 24 because they say you're not a 100 miler until you do it in like 24 hours.
no, you did 100 miles in 26 hours. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it truly is. But at that time, I was like, oh man, I wanted it in 24. So I'm always hard on myself. I always want to, I shoot higher than I get, but I do it on purpose.
Yeah, but then you have to be careful. I'm going to use my mom voice with you. Don't let your negative self-talk, right? Because,
Right.
like, you were told as a baby you weren't going to be able to walk.
Hmm.
You did 100 miles in 26 hours.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Less than 1% of the population has done a marathon?
Yeah.
I mean, and you did this.
Yeah. I keep reminding myself that I'm already less than 1% of that population.
Way less. How many people have done a
Hmm.
100 miler? I don't know the
Uh,
stats, so don't ask.
no, I think like I was saying, I think it's less than 1% right now.
Yeah. Well, it's less than
Yeah.
1% that have done a marathon.
Right.
So it's even less than that have done,
Yeah.
the ultra crazy.
Yeah, they all think we're crazy, but we're actually not.
No, no, no. We really are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something wrong with us. Let's be honest. Yeah. All right. So what's your favorite race?
So right now, 100% Notchview.
It's
That was
so
my
special.
it was my first multi-day, and so after I did that, I got that 100. I went to Hamsterville, did a 6 hour. Then I went back to Hamsterville the next year, and I got 100 there. Then
Nice.
I also tried a backyard style um, race, and
Yep.
I was last one to drop, so I was basically runner up, but technically I didn't win, obviously because I wasn't the last person standing. But that was a pretty cool setup. I like the I like the loop courses
I do too.
because it's like, oh, okay, I did one. Oh, can I do another one up? And but when I have to run 50 miles from a point to another point, I'm like, oh shit, I got all this to go. Like I tried doing Jigger 50,
Hmm.
and 4 weeks prior to the race day, I did half the course. I did like an out and back on a certain section, and I got 29 miles in like 13 hours with some friends. But then I did that race. It was 10 degrees hotter. I was running out of water, and I kept messing up. Like I kept forgetting stuff at the aid station, so I kept going back, and then I dropped. So that screwed me up. The
Yeah,
point
but
to
Jigger
point.
Johnson's not like that race is fucked up.
It is. It was actually last weekend too. It was great.
I have some friends who went, and I think there was like six of them that all went there.
Yeah,
And these
Marcus
are
was there.
what?
Marcus was there.
Oh yeah, no, this is a couple years ago. The first year they
Oh,
did the 100. All these guys are top-notch 100-mile finishers, like fast too, right?
yep.
Like we're talking, like Western states. Some of them have done 200 milers, like hardcore athletes. And one out of all of them finished. Like
Yeah.
the finish was, I think the DNF rate was higher than the finishing rate. Like it was insane.
Yeah. It's a tough feat, that one.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that.
But yeah, so I would say Nacho was my favorite one. That was my first multi-day. I was excited because, like I said, I've done the 100s, but I've never really took finished in the 30 hours. I've always finished before, so I've never been able to see what I can actually do for the whole time limit.
Yep.
So I was just curious to see what I could do in a multi-day. And who inspired me for that was actually Rob Breckenridge.
I
He hit his
love him.
Yeah, he hit his 200 mile like
Yep.
I think last year or the year before when it was a monsoon the entire time.
Yes.
And I'm just like, man, he can do it. I'm gonna friggin' do it. So that's what I was going for this one, but I ended up getting 170. But it was my first time, so
Here's the deal. And if you ever repeat this, like they won't find your body. But Rob Breckenridge is one of the best human beings on earth.
he is. He is.
He is just a top-notch human. He rates up with dogs, and I don't know how to give a better compliment than that. And maybe it is because of his dog, because Emmy is a princess and I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rob is a good shit. Um, I've done a lot of
Yeah.
miles with him.
Yeah. The whole Keen squad, man.
Yeah,
They're unbelievable. Very
yeah,
humbling. They'll put you in check. They're awesome.
I know, I love him. Yeah.
But
So, are you gonna do Notchview again next year?
100%, and I'm getting 200.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Oh, that'll be fun. I can like torture you for miles.
Yeah.
When you get tired, I could just annoy the fuck out of you.
Yep.
Are you doing hamster wheel this year?
I'm not signed up. I gotta check my schedule. If I'm not doing anything that weekend, I'll either be there volunteering or if I can squeeze myself in, I'll be there.
All right, we'll be there. The idiots will be there.
Yeah.
So, I'm I want to try for 100 there. The most I've ever done is like 80 something there, I think. Um,
You totally can. I mean, look what you did just walking with, keeping what, three or four of us in check to get what our goals. I mean, you
yeah,
totally
you know
can
what?
do
If I get out of my own head, like that worked. I was saying that worked really, really well for me,
it. Hmm.
selfishly. Like, I wasn't sure I was going to hit my 100, but like kind of forgetting about myself in a way,
Yeah.
like, and just moving you guys along. It was like the miles just flew by.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy. Like I said, I mean, I did almost, because when I got back, I think I picked up Caleb first, and then I grabbed, I think, Cassie and Sweet Baby Angel, and then Sweet Baby Angel went on his own, and then I got you.
Yeah, I think I saw you at the aid station. I was like, so what? And then from there, we just stuck together, got everyone together.
Well, and you were like, I have to hit 150, and I'm like, oh, you're hitting 150 if I have to like pull you by your hair. Like it was, and Cassie too, when she hit 150, that was epic. When Caleb hit his 200, I almost cried. I mean, I think I teared up for you guys. Like it was,
Yeah, that
it's
Caleb is a special dude.
yeah. Oh,
I remember starting the race and I was always either behind him or in front of him, and he literally power hiked that entire thing. I don't think I've ever seen that kid. I don't think I've ever seen that kid run
yeah,
during
but he
that
power
entire
hikes
race.
faster than I run,
I know it's like
and I
it's
72 hours. I don't know if I saw him not smiling.
oh, I know. He smiled the entire time. And it was just the funniest thing. And so I did not want to sleep the entire race. I was like, all right, well, I need to stay awake and I'll sleep when the race is over. I want to get 200. So it was after like 48 hours. I was like, all right, well, maybe I should take like an hour nap. And then I ended up falling asleep in my car for like 2 hours. I was like, oh no. So I got up and started running again. And then I didn't know. I think I've seen Caleb, but he's still hiking, and I'm like, what? And then come to find out, I think it was like when we all hooked up. He told me where he was at. I would ask him, and he's like, oh, I'm like, dude, you're like 40 miles ahead of me. How is this possible?
He
I've been
was
like,
just
yeah, I've been.
machine.
I was like, I was running, I was jogging, I was walking, and then it was the third night after not sleeping for 48 hours that first time. Then the third night, I was like, all right, well, I'm putting my feet up for 10 minutes. You know, I've been on them all day for 3 days now, or 3 days. So let me put my feet up. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'll set my timer for 10 minutes and I'll sleep for 10 minutes. Next thing I know, I wake up, the wind is going everywhere. And I'm like, where am I? Am I in my dream? I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go run. So I ended up sleeping for 2 more hours. I was like, shit, it was only supposed to be 10 minutes. So I ultimately I should have told somebody to wake me up in 10 minutes, but I didn't. I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to tell anybody. So that's what happened. That was the result of it.
Yeah, but that's what people are there for. And let's face it, a lot of us sadistic fucks would love to like torture you by waking you up, right?
Yeah.
Like, wait, you're comfortable? No, let's not let that happen.
Yeah. That's how we are. But I was just like, whatever.
And
But
Notchview, I thought was a little bit, not that, I mean, Notchview is always difficult. It's July, but this year you had the heat and humidity, and then
hmm
torrential downpours, and
hmm
then heat and humidity again. So I struggled with the body temp regulation. That's a problem I have a lot of times.
Yep.
That kind of, well, I know you were for a while because you were like sweatshirt on, sweatshirt off, sweatshirt on, sweatshirt off.
Yeah. So like I run hot and like I was like, I had my shirt off and stuff, and then it would all of a sudden like monsooned out, and I'm like, I don't want to run in this friggin' rain. So I like went back to my tent. My tent was like sideways. Somebody fixed it for me, and then
Oh, I remember that.
I just like hung in my tent until like it stopped, and then I went back out. So there was the time that I lost there to hit the 200. So I totally could have gotten it, but again, it was my first multi-day, so all this time was lessons to learn what
Yeah,
to do and not. But so then I would take my shirt off again and I would run and I'm like, oh man, I can't do this. So I'd take my shirt off and I'd hold it and I'd run. Um, and then after that third night when I fell asleep, um, I woke up freezing and I couldn't regulate my body temperature, so I had to put my sweatshirt on and I would walk it out and then I would regulate it again. It would come off because I would get too hot and I would go back on. So that was very hard to like to regulate it, but I figured it out in the end.
yeah. I mean, listen. 170 miles on your first multi-day is
Yeah.
seriously impressive. There's not a doubt in my mind you're going to hit 200 next year at Notchview.
Yeah, I want that bear statue.
Yeah. I want to do 150 next year at Notchview. So between the two of us, we'll just kick each other's ass and we'll get there.
For sure. No matter the weather either.
I mean, I'll say yes to that, but I am a brat. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do well once it gets to the point where it's so hot and humid. I struggle with that.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta go through it, you know.
Yeah.
The more time you do it, the easier it gets. I remember, Brian Pape, the winner of Notchview this year, who broke the course record, just
Mm-hmm.
stomped on it. I remember, so I met him before the race. We got to chat, and he was like, "Oh, this is just like a training run for me. I just did Monster 300." I'm like, "What?" And
I think
like
he won
that,
last year too, didn't he?
maybe I think so.
Yeah.
But I think I thought Taylor had the course record last year, and he beat Taylor this year.
Oh, yeah, it says yes. You're right. He was top
Yeah,
male last year, but Taylor
yeah.
won. Or did Taylor win the year before? Because
I don't know that far back because this is my first year, but whatever. Um,
I thought Taylor passed out last year.
oh, did she?
I
Wow.
remember. We're lucky if I remember my.
Wait, what do you eat for breakfast?
Uh, well, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Yeah.
I have to take the dog to the vet, and
But
yeah.
yeah, I saw, we were talking and stuff like that, and then I swear to God, I saw him maybe. I didn't see him like 5 times. He goes, "Yeah, I just took like an hour nap 5 times in my car." But every time I saw him on the trail, he was running. He did not stop. And I remember he looks at me when we're going up that hill, the first hill, and he goes, "Oh man, my dick is chafing." And I'm like, "I don't know. I would be on the ground right now, dude. I don't know how you're still running like that." And it just kept going. Like all the power to that kid.
Let's be honest. That chafing happens,
Oh yeah,
and it's excruciating.
it is.
So, best lesson I ever learned with chafing, like an after the fact, is before you get in the shower, put on
Yeah,
Aquaphor. Not Aquaphor, Desitin. Put in
yeah,
Desitin before you get in the shower, and then when the water first hits, the sting isn't quite as bad.
yeah.
You'll have to put on more obviously when you get out, but yeah, put Desitin on before you get in the shower. I have my Desitin clothes for after races for if I've chafed because Desitin stains everything. So I
Yeah.
have a special outfit for post race that's just got like, the skunk stripe up your ass and like, then there's a little bit on the like where the bra hits and yeah, the
Oh
joys of
yeah.
ultra running.
Uh, so that's during Notchview, I think the worst chafing I got was when I was wearing my vest on my back. So that's why I had my shirt off and no vest, and just carried that like one trekking pole in the water because I couldn't wear nothing. It was just chafing my bag. So I was like, nope,
Yeah, and
not doing
luckily
this.
it's such a short loop
Right.
that you can grab something on your way by. And then I became like a drill sergeant. I'm like, okay, you guys have 5 minutes on this loop. Snack. The next loop, we're gonna sit for 10. You're gonna relax. You're gonna get food.
I think my two favorite times was when, Cassie wanted to keep going and she just like passed out walking.
Oh, she was out. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she laid down for a little bit, and it was like 10, 15 minutes, and it perked her right back up.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's what your body needs. And then the other time was when Khalid was like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," but but don't, but I might pass out. And I'm like, okay, well, if you pass out, don't lock that door because there's fumes in there, and we can't get you out if you lock that door. He goes, "Oh, maybe you're right."
I sent one of the volunteers over. I'm like, just stand outside. If he falls out, he passes out and he falls out of the porta potty, get a picture for me, then help
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I mean, we were hoping he was gonna fall out with his pants below his ankles and get a nice picture. And this is what happens in ultra running, but that never happened.
That was the best.
Oh,
And
and
this is why ultra runners are totally fucked in the head.
yeah. I remember we were doing a few other loops, and I would keep calling out to him to make sure he's behind us. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here." And he's like, you can hear him like rambling to himself, like, "Oh man, just keep an eye on him."
Yeah, before we met up with you, him and I had done a loop alone, and we had a really good conversation about books and what we're reading and what like our favorite books, and it was a really good conversation. It's crazy the shit you talk about out on the trail, right?
Yeah,
Like
anything is game.
anything, like Rob Breckenridge one time was like, did like a whole, okay, asking everybody, how much would you charge to let someone pee on you?
That would be rough.
And one time at Hamster Wheel, we asked everybody, would you rather have sex with a vampire or a werewolf?
You asked me that one, yep.
Yes, those answers were amazing. And then we're discussing things like books, right? And like
Yeah,
intellectual shit, and like it's crazy. And like you telling your whole story about like the cerebral palsy and like that. Like it's crazy how the topics over a race like that can like just go, right?
yeah,
But because of that, I've said this before and I'll stand by it for the rest of my life. I think that friendships that you develop doing stuff like this are the most authentic,
hmm
right? Because you're showing 100% of who you are. You can't really be fake when you're in that situation, right?
No, you can't.
And you're seeing,
I mean, you could try, but you could pick that out pretty easy. You know what I mean?
yeah. And you're seeing like the best and the worst of each other, right? Because
Yeah,
one minute you're like, fuck everybody, fuck life, I hate you all, I hope everybody dies, but also 10 minutes later you're like hitting that 150 or hitting that PR, or you come back and you're giggling or so, whatever.
yep.
It's so fun and crazy to watch and to be part of.
So every so after the 28-hour mark was because that was when I got my second 100 at Hamster Wheel. Every step after that and the 100 was a PR for me. So, but you go through all the emotions, and I remember, oh shit, we're at 30 hours. Oh my god, we got 41 to go, and then it'd be like 10 hours later. It's like, oh my god, is this? I want this to be done. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yes, I got 100 miles at this point, or I'm here. Oh, I saw somebody else running, or Marcus, Marcus lights up everybody. And it's like, just everything, just the atmosphere.
Yes, Marcus is one of the best, isn't he?
He, he is. You know what he just did? He was at, Jigga Johnson. He was pacing Stephen Blaze. So he,
Nice.
so he just did like 30 miles or 40 miles of it. And he was like, I would never do that ever again.
I adore Marcus so
I'm
much.
like, we're like, Marcus, you just did 40 miles. Why don't you just do the 50 miler? Absolutely not. That sucked.
Yeah, but you know what? Marcus is dumb enough. He'll do it.
Oh yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
do it. Yeah,
After,
he's not good at life choices.
after Notchview, I did Washington. I climbed Washington like a week later.
Uh-huh.
And
Damn.
then, so that encouraged Marcus to the following week to do, the Pemi Loop. I'm
Oh,
like,
right, right.
dude,
He told me that.
dude, where the hell did you get off? You just did like 140 miles, and then you just did a 30-mile Pemi Loop. You're out of your mind.
I mean, again,
Yeah.
we're not known for being.
No.
It's why we're
We
called
never.
idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We like to push our body to the absolute limit and see how far we can get past.
Really, my massage therapist came to my house yesterday and he touched my quad and he's like, why are you the way you are? He spent an hour and 15 minutes on my quads. That's it. And then 15 minutes on my feet. But he was like, girl, no. I'm like, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, we're not smart. All right, so what races do you have coming up?
So I got nothing on the books right now.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong answer. You mean to say you're signing up for Hamster Wheel when we hang up?
Yeah, pretty much.
You better be at Hamster Wheel. It's going to be epic.
What's the date of that? Is it October or November?
It is November 1st, I believe.
November 1st?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably weasel my way into that.
Do it. If at the very least, come pace me.
All right, yeah, I can definitely do that.
If you can't get into the race, which you probably will be able to, but if not, you can come pace me.
Even if I did get into it, I'd pace you.
Well, yeah, but I'm slow.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what, too? I think my buddy Roman's going to be there. And we have to get him to 100 miles.
Yeah, let's do it. Like, I've already done 100 at Hamster Wheel, so any race that I've already hit 100 or got a belt buckle there, I'm gonna help other people get the buckle.
It's such a fun race. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean,
Go ahead.
it's what, 2 miles out, 2 miles back.
Yeah.
Just idiots do that, the same loop, like Notchview, 1.9 miles.
So dumb. I did Anchor Down last weekend, and or I guess it was a week and a half ago now. And it's a 2.45-mile loop, around and around and around. But that one I only wanted 50 miles. So
Yeah.
And it's funny that you get to a point like the first time, right? We were talking about it. The first time I ever ran 7 miles, I laid in a parking lot and thought the world was ending because it was so hard, right? It's crazy how the mind changes.
It is. I remember that distance too. Actually, even today, I went out for like a 4 mile loop around the pond where I live.
Yeah.
But I did it on the road, and you know us, we don't run on the road. We run on the trail. So it was like the first like half a mile, I was like wanted to turn around because my hips were hurting, and it was like this. And I'm like, no, we're just gonna keep going, and then it went away.
Yeah, I did a 4 mile today too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah, down the road from my house, there's like used to be a golf course. So there's like a bike path. So it's like paved, but it's not on the road, so I don't have to deal with cars. It's kind of hilly. It's beautiful. You always see a bunch of bunnies in the morning, and there's a dog park there, so it's just.
I love that when you do it in the morning or something like that, and you just see nature. It's just something to be said about it. I love it.
Sunrise is my favorite time of day.
Yep.
I love to climb a mountain and just watch a sunrise.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like when I did the tri-pyramids on Sunday, just like running, I was like I'm running in the jungle. It was so freeing. I love it.
Yeah, that also sounds awful. I mean, not the nature sounds great. The 45-degree no.
Oh yeah, that part. But when you're able to run and stuff like that in the woods, it's amazing. It's like a meditation.
Yeah, I could just spend all day. Again, I don't mind even just hiking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just to be out there. And sometimes I love doing it with a group and you see everybody and you hang out and you have great conversations. And sometimes I like to just go out in the woods completely alone and just spend hours.
Yep.
And sometimes I'm listening to a book. Sometimes I'm, listening to music, whatever. And I always have the aftershocks on so I can hear all the nature around me too.
Yep.
And I just spend the day in the woods moving. And it's
Yep.
such a gift to be able to do that,
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so I'm going to start wrapping up because I'm trying to keep these under an hour if possible. And I'm still learning, obviously. So do you have anything else you would like to share with us?
I think we've covered it a pretty good portion.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you for coming on. You're my
Absolutely.
first guest. That's not like,
Wow.
yeah, I know. Like best in show, right?
Best in show. I was just gonna say that, you know.
We were talking. This is just funny. Um, we were talking. I went running with the idiots on Sunday, and we started talking about Anchor Down, and Ashley says something about Best in Show. I'm like, no, 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 no. Mike is Best in Show. You're gonna have to cut it from like Anchor Down. I'm like, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
come up with a different nickname for everybody else because he's forever going to be Best in Show.
So it was Ashley.
No, it it's like a judgment thing, like a
No, I know, but it was funny because like on the Notchview thing where you can track people, there was comments and it was like best in show. So I was curious to see who it was.
I cannot confirm nor deny that one of the idiots left that comment.
Well, it's obviously one of the idiots because they make the name up.
So,
But
I mean, I guess
I
that
was just
makes you the
cracking up.
first honorary idiot because you're the
Yeah,
first, like, guest, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, when
and
we
I'm
hang
super
up, send
proud
me
of
your
that.
address. I'll send you an honorary idiot sticker because I have them made.
Awesome, I will.
All right, cool. All right. Well, then we will wrap it up and I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming. Seriously, thank you because I hope
yeah,
that everybody finds you as inspirational as I do.
good. That's what